opportunity to say to people of more of our local government to cooperate with the police. The police are indeed our friend. But the police, when they have credible information, will work on it. And most of these puzzles will be unraveled. And that is why CSP Ofuna and his men have been able to unravel this puzzle. There is no way anybody on earth found out dead remains of little in this kind of forest. We have trekked nearly 3 hours to get to where we are now from the community.
Dr. Lloyd also called on residents of MOA to give the security agencies useful information to aid their operation.
The striking thing is that as we were coming, we found villagers who were returning from farm. So which means they see these boys and maybe for fear, of for their own lives too, they are not able to cooperate. So we have said that they should talk to me. Whoever sees something should say something. And with the kind of DPOs that I have now in these 2 divisions in the local government, MOA is not going to be easy for any criminal. Okay. And I still say that they have an opportunity now to turn a new leaf by coming to the council to get registered. We will reintegrate them into the society. Otherwise, the full weight of the law will be brought upon whoever has a hand in this dastard act.
Recall that the kidnapping of Azunda led to a review of the bounty placed on Wardi and his gang from 1 million to 2 million naira. A week after the bounty was reviewed, the police killed Wardi, his second-in-command, and 2 other members of his gang, including a female in Ogoloma community in Okrika local government area during a gun battle. Days after another oil spill was recorded in Elime local government area of River State, some youths of Etio community where the second spill occurred are disappointed that government agencies have not visited the community. The youths told energy correspondent to Ibi Ruari, who visited the spill site yesterday, that the spill has damaged their farmlands. They said this is the 3rd oil spill incident in the area and no government official has visited any of the oil spill sites.
We discovered that the place was leaking and even affect the water that we are using. If we have some persons that can even come from delegate from the government to come and investigate, they will even see with their eyes. Our water is tostigated. We can no longer go and have water and even kill fish the way we normally do. There is too much oil in the farm. You have to go there with remote.
Because this oil has damaged our land, our fish, everything, even our cassava, everything has damaged. So there's nothing we can do. This is how we take to farm. This is how we take to eat. So let them come and see the community.
What we have observed there is that the oil explode there and spoil our land, destroy our farm and fish. The farm authority, that was yesterday morning. Then they say they will come today.
On his part, the councillor representing the Etio community in Elime Legislative House, Dominic Okulolo, said the leaders of the community will ensure to hold the owners of the pipeline accountable.
The level the oil spill is much on the land. It's split all over the places. The cassavas and the yams, everything planted there is already damaged by the oil. And this is where I went there yesterday and day before yesterday, and I saw it. People having the product, they are not being touched, but we'll get in touch with them. Necessary thing will be done. We'll all meet tomorrow and come to agreement. So I've told them to be everybody should be calm, because this is a thing of government, not only us alone as a community.
The youth leader of Etio community, Gift Ngbalu, also spoke on the implications of the oil spill on their environment.
And we discovered it all over our stream. Our farmland has been totally polluted with crude. We don't have access to our farm. Even our streams have been totally contaminated. We don't longer go to stream anymore. So we are calling on the relevant government, political leaders to come to our aims, to know how we can be able to do about this, to put an end to this. These have really caused a total damage in our community. People don't longer go to farm. That's our most concern. Our farm has been totally damaged. Our stream where we are managing, this is not the first time that it's 2018, things like this happened.
Our correspondent who visited the Oke Olebe stream where the oil spill occurred reports that crude oil littered about 4 different spots, but the major source of the spill was not cited. The National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSTRA, has yet to speak on the latest oil spill in Etio, but it was gathered that there are plans for the Joint Investigation Visit Team to visit the site of the spill. The Etio spill happened about 1 week after that of Aleto, both in Elime. The causes remain unknown. Moving on. Some residents of Rivers State have complained about difficulty using the recent flyovers and roads constructed in Port Harcourt. Some callers on our sister station, Wazobia FM, spoke about the confusion they face daily to the lack of road signs, traffic lights, and pedestrian crossings on these roads and flyovers. They called on the current administration to put up appropriate signposts on these structures, as some residents face extortion whenever they flout road rules while taking a wrong turn.
Rumudara Junction, pedestal supposed to be there. Yes, if not pedestal, then traffic light supposed to be there. A lot of trailers that is coming towards the Elios and going towards the when we come to that junction, they don't normally apply rep or slow to going to in the morning. Sometimes it's very, very dangerous. You need something about.
I see no reason we are in Duro flyover where something people supposed to enjoy the new flyover. I can't they confused on top. Study the road where avoid the where they don't that line.
Yeah, for market to where the people here I didn't tell you we are put the road sign.
They will not carry people to enter room. They don't go driving school. If they pick all this traffic this way for all the school bus stop, they will see 20 police people. Now they go fix the rules. Now they will see violate them. So police are going to blow one way. They find choppies. Then they need to check all these people where they do their brain they thought.
The Rumaolu community has described as false and a calculated attempt by one Edmund Wogu to discredit the name and reputation of the paramount ruler of the community, Eze Kinyegwa, Eze Nkwo III. Reacting to a news item credited to Mr. Edmund Wogu, the Secretary of the Council of Chiefs, Chief Vincent Amadi, said Mr. Wogu lacked the authority to speak on behalf of Rumaolu community as he is not a member of the Traditional Rulers Council. Chief Amadi said, but for the good leadership of Eze Nyegwa in Rumaolu, the likes of Edmund Wogu would have mortgaged the community to land grabbers. The Rumaolu Community Council Secretary cautioned Mr. Wogu to be wary of his comments about the Eze Nyegwa and his council members. Still to come, NLC kicks as hike in electricity tariffs begin July 1. Stay tuned as we go for a quick commercial break. Thank you for staying tuned. Welcome back now to the rest of the newscast. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC says it will hold a post-election review for the just concluded 2023 polls from July 4 to August 5, 2023. A statement by the Commission spokesman Festus Okoye said the review will start with the meeting of the resident electoral commissioners and end with the Commission's retreat. INEC said the review will focus on all aspects of the electoral activities before, during, and after the elections. The Commission has been holding these review meetings after every general election since 2011. The NLC has described as insensitive and callous the federal government's 40% proposed hike in electricity tariffs starting July 1. The NLC said that with the contemplation of paying school fees in tertiary institutions and an increase in privately owned ones, in addition to other costs and tariffs on the way, life in Nigeria could truly be difficult. In a statement, the president of NLC, Joe Ajero, advised the government to shelve the proposed tariff hike for the collective safety of the masses. The vice chairman of the Rivers State Water Producers Association of Nigeria, Clifford Okotie, says the hike in petrol cost and other raw materials led to the fresh increase in sachet water. Mr. Okotie said this in an interview with correspondent Constance Mega. He also said that it is not true that the association is about to go on strike.
For now, we don't have any plan of going on strike because strike is not a control measure. We're an advocate of dialogue. We are increasing the price basically because of the raw materials. Because of the fuel increase, every raw material has gone up. Every raw material that we're actually using for the production of water, all are imported.
Mr. Okotie further explained that the wholesale price increase of a bag of sachet water was not supposed to affect the retail price.
Don't think any sachet water stay more than 1 week. We produce millions of sachet water every day, not in thousands, and people consume it. Drop 10 bags of water in any shop. Before the day will go off, they will finish the 10 bags. If people are selling it at the rate of 300 naira and they are selling it at the rate of 20 naira, they are making 100 naira for one bag. Before we were selling at 200, they are making 200 naira. That means they buy 200 naira and they make 200 naira. I don't see any business that is as good as that.
He, however, advised residents of the state to be mindful of the state.
The basic one that you can look for is the odor and the cleanliness of the water. I don't know how most of the quack factories are getting their NAFDAC registration. A lot of them are actually quack. And because they did not pass through the due process, they boycott a lot of things. Some of them, they relocate their factory to another area without letting NAFDAC know. NAFDAC will not check. And most of the NAFDAC staff, is a pity that they actually collide with these people. If you want to go for inspection, NAFDAC is supposed to follow us, but they won't follow us. And we are not empowered by the law to go and shut down any factory.
Our correspondent reports that the price of a bag of sachet water in Port Harcourt has increased from between 200 naira and 250 naira to about 350 naira and 450 naira. A sachet of water that was sold for 20 naira now sells for 13 naira. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, says all noodles in Nigeria are safe. The Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, said this in Lagos following an investigation into the presence of ethylene oxide or its metabolite in noodles and their seasonings. Professor Adeyeye said ethylene oxide or its derivative was not found in any of the instant noodles produced in Nigeria or their seasonings. Now to the foreign scene.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
Tributes are flowing for the 5 men killed on board the Titan sub in what U.S. officials say was a catastrophic implosion. The victims' families are grieving and have paid tribute to their exploration endeavors. On the news this morning, you heard Governor Fugbara retains SSG from Wike's administration. Youths criticized government's failure to visit Etio oil spill sites. Body of kidnapped former staff of River State Government House found. Water producers justify price increase for sachet water in River State. INEC to begin post-election review On the foreign scene, families mourn passengers killed in Titan sub implosion. The news was edited by Chema Ezewanfo. Partly cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this morning. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Kalada Korubatubo. Good morning. Just stay tuned.